Hello, it's the Friday Talkie, and it is boiling in here. I would have liked to have done this outdoors, but I can't. I've got too much stuff I've got to look at the screen for. So I'm doing it in here, and I'm going to be sweating, and I can't open the window because next door are out there chatting, and I'll hear them and they'll hear me, and it'll all be very distracting. So please excuse the sweat. This is going to be a kind of odd, bitty Friday Talkie. I've got a little bit to talk about a lot of things. So first things first, I've got quite a few thank yous actually. I want to say thank you to theretrogamenews.com. This is an online magazine I've referred to in the past because I was featured in one of their issues. Well, they have just started doing a thing called TRGN, the Retro Game News Award. And they say, this month we're introducing a new feature where we salute somebody for making a notable contribution to the retro gaming community. This award is a token of our thanks to those who have spent many hours making other people happy and providing value and entertainment. They go on to say, this month we would like to award Steve Benway from YouTube. He is a prolific poster and always has something interesting to say. His views can sometimes divide people's opinions. Do you mean everybody doesn't agree with me? I'm shocked and horrified. But there is nothing wrong with that, as it can often lead to an interesting debate. Not only has he given many people pleasure with his off-the-cuff gameplay videos, he has collected and preserved many classic computers and consoles, most of which he has shown to his audience. So without further ado, Steve, we present you with this month's TRGN Award for your contribution to the retro gaming community. That made my day. Lots of things make my day, but that made my day. And there's a picture of me, and there's a picture of a big cup. And it's great, and yeah, I would just like to say thank you to all of the team at the Retro Game News. Yeah, because that's just way cool. And you link down there to where you can get the magazine. It's a free magazine. It is a quality online publication. Lots of articles in it. Well worth having a look. You know. Yes. So thank you. No long rambling acceptance speech there. I don't even watch the Oscars. Okay, another quick shout out. Obsolete Gaming UK. .blogspot.co.uk. Down there. This is a new retro gaming blog. Brand new, in fact, only just launched. A number of contributors. I don't know how many you'll know. I don't know how many I know. I do know that God. Kimball Justice, he is writing for them. Well, they are featuring me now. They said, can we use some of your videos? And I said, you can use as many as you like. So yeah, it's a cool blog. I mean, you won't see any of my stuff there that you won't see here, but there's other good stuff there as well it's worth having a look. And I'm chuffed to have been asked to be featured on there. So thank you to them. Link down there. Do take a look if you want a good read about an assortment of stuff. I mean, they've got interviews with game developers and all kinds of useful info. Amiga ADF transfer kit, hardware review. That is, if you've got an Amiga and you're into, you know, you can get ADFs off the interwebs dead easy. It's not necessarily easy to get them onto your Amiga. I can do it because I've got a CD-ROM drive in my Amiga, but most people don't. And that makes it a bloody pain. This shows you how to do it. Lots of useful info on this site. Obsolete Gaming UK. .blogspot.co.uk. Link down there. Now then, on to something. This is serious, actually. And it's political. And I mean, I'm a very political person, very politically minded. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that. I tweet on various political subjects every now and again when they piss me off, and that kind of happens quite often. Anyway, but this is sort of related. It is internet related. This really only matters to people in the UK. The UK government are going to censor pornography. Now, porn, take it or leave it, you know, it is what it is. But so long as it's not child porn, basically I see nothing wrong with it. They're going to censor it. They're not going to ban it. They're going to make it so that ISPs have to filter it as a default setting, and if you then want to get it, you've got to opt in. And they're saying this is to protect the children. Bollocks. It's not. This is about control. This is about knowing exactly what you're doing. This is about being able to check up on you. Because you know if the people who tick the box saying yes, or in fact I don't think it's even a case of tick the box, you've got to contact your ISP and say, I'd like porn please. It's about them knowing what you're doing. And so much more. I could go into massive detail about this, but there is someone who has actually already done it, and done it vastly more concisely and precisely and effectively, I think, better than I could. And it's the chap I shouted out just last week. The Samurai Rabbit. I'm going to link to his video down there. What he says on this subject matters. If you're in the UK, if you care about censorship and think it is wrong, and you don't want the government of your country snooping on what you're doing or telling you what you can and can't do when it is a perfectly legal thing to do, if you don't like those things, watch that video. And then, down there, I'm linking to it's an e-petition. God, I'm getting political here, and I know it's not what you expect, but it's about internet culture. It's about the freedom to do what you like, provided it's legal on the internet, and the UK government are trying to limit that freedom. If you don't like that, click the link down there. There's an e-petition. Register your objection. I don't know how many signatures they need for this to get heard in the House of Commons. Currently there's like 21,599. The closing date of the e-petition is 18th of June 2014, so there's plenty of time. I think it has to get to something like, is it 100,000 before it has to be read. I think this is something that matters. It's not about pornography. It's about censorship. It's about control. It's about your privacy. These things matter. Don't just let it go. Think, that doesn't affect me, I don't mind. One of these days you'll find you have no rights left. And it starts with things like this. Okay, moving on to something. Oh, I've got to stop for a minute. Edit there for wiping sweaty brow. Okay, moving on. Tag response. Share your gaming community memories. This is responding to a video by Spundy08. I've seen a couple of videos who've already responded to this, and it is a good tag. It's a good question. Share your community memories. Things that have happened to you within the retro gaming or the gaming community on YouTube that you think are cool. And I sort of sat and pondered and thought, what have been standout moments for me? And there are several. I think actually the very, very first thing that got me was when I discovered there was a community, because I didn't know. I put up, the first retro gaming related thing that I put up was a video of my collection. I had this camera, I'd put up a few like videos of my pets and stuff, and really didn't have a use for YouTube. You know, it was like, I could show my pets to my family who live like 100 miles away or whatever. And I was like, well, what else can I do videos of? I know, I've got this big collection of gaming stuff. I'll take a video of that, let them see how that's developing. And I did, and I uploaded it. And all of a sudden I was getting loads of people watching. And I got to know them. I don't know how many of these people knew each other already, but there just seemed to be a lot of very like-minded people. And then I came across, actually via a cool chap called Letters from the Left, Steve. He pointed me in the direction of Luke Morse 1, which, well, you got to know what Luke's doing. It's great, you know, he'd got a big collection, still has, and he some of it he was playing with the games, some of it he was talking about the systems, and he does his like repair and maintenance videos, which are really impressive because he really knows his stuff. So that's how I came across him. I don't remember how did I come across Gamester81, but it was like people who are some of the people are like big names now. John Gamester, he's a big name, and I just within a very small space of time realised there is a community here. This isn't just random viewers. Like I've used other assorted forums, ways of communicating or whatever on the interwebs, but it was the first time I'd come across something that seemed to gel in a really cool way, and that for me was it was a special moment. It was like, hold on, there's something going on here, and hey, I'm part of it, and I liked that. People were coming along who were watching these other people were now watching my stuff, and that was special, and it still is. Straight away, I mean, the first thing that struck me was people who didn't know me, who'd never met me, who'd never heard of me in their lives, were coming along on a regular basis and watching what I was doing or saying. And that was brilliant. It was like, why are these people doing this? I don't know, but I like it. And that was a special thing. And I always remember, well, I say I always remember it. It's actually never ceased to surprise and please me. It puts a smile on my face every day. I put a video up, and within 10 minutes there are comments there. People have watched. It's like, I sometimes wonder, are people sitting there waiting, you know? I know on a Friday sometimes they really are. But it's just so great, you know. Upload, wait a few minutes, bam, comments, people are talking, and it's great. I love that. Another standout moment was the first, it's not even the first time, but I will relate to the first time someone ever sent me something, a viewer, and that was a chap called Joe Beebe. I don't know what's happened to him. He'd kind of vanished off the face of the interwebs. He sent me some games, and then he sent me some more games, and then he sent me some more games. And one of those was a game for the Neo Geo, and I mean, those things aren't cheap. And I was just like, wow. And to this day, I mean, people send me stuff, and it never ceases to amaze me, the generosity of people in this community. It took me a long while to get used to it, to the point that I didn't feel really awkward, because I don't know how to even put that into words. It just is like, I don't know how to respond to this, apart from to say thank you. It took me a long while to understand the thinking behind it or any of that, and now I just accept it for what it is. People are very generous and really nice. But it's that first time, well, they all stand out, but you know, I suppose it makes sense to speak about the first one. There have been so many, and I'm always so grateful whenever anyone gives me anything. It was a surprise. It remains just a thing of wonder to me. People are so nice. Yeah, I think those are. It was the finding the community, discovering it was there, finding people actually gave a damn about what I was saying, when so much of what I'm saying is nonsense. I just say silly things while playing games badly. Don't have real specialist knowledge, just a memory of these things from back in the day. But people watch, amazes me, continues to amaze me, and I love it, and I think I've made my point. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Link to Spundy08's original video down there. Do check that out. Moving on. Right. Changes. Sweating. You will have noticed, in fact you won't even see the new intro today, but you'll see the new outro at the end. Some of you will be aware that I have done a new intro. I've done a few things and am doing a few things to try and boost views, really. Just trying to do the things that YouTube recommend you do to get noticed. Before I start on that, I have noticed over the past month, views are up. Not on the Friday Talkie, they're what they always were, which is like quite good. 1300 I can probably expect to see on a Friday Talkie. But gameplay views on my channel, my gameplays have always been the less viewed video. Until maybe a couple of months ago, I would expect 300 to 500 views on one of my gameplay videos. That's gone up. And more than I would expect it to, just with growth of audience kind of thing. And I think this is to do with the way YouTube is working now. With the new layout came the whole new publicising other channels thing, which is probably still not really doing the job, or is it that they are my videos appearing in people's subscription box more now? Have they made that work somehow? Something is working because views are up. I've gone from 300 to 500 to 600 to 800 for a gameplay video, and that's great. It's really cool because more views is better. And I found that interesting. But anyway, there are other features that YouTube provides that I've not been making use of up until now. There's one, they call it programming or something. Some of you may have noticed, if you're not watching the very most recent video that I do, if you watch one that's a day or more old, if I've done another one since then, down in the bottom right hand corner at the end of the video, just as the outro pops up, more or less, will be a little image. And it links to my latest video. And this is useful because a very, very large part of my views come from people doing searches. They're people who don't know me at all. They've done a search for a game, found my video of it, and probably don't know me from Adam, have never heard of my channel, won't even think of clicking the link to go to my main channel and look at my other videos, but that little icon thingy appears down in the bottom right and it gives them an opportunity. It's like an invite to say, hey, have a look at this guy's latest video, something like that. The idea is it will help you get more views and hopefully more viewers. So I'm doing that. I have started doing the custom thumbnail thing. Basically I'm just taking a frame from the video of the gameplay or whatever, shifting it slightly to the right, putting some text in there, just to make it look a little bit more, well, a bit less random, I hope. I'm not trying to be fancy with it, just the idea is a person can see that thumbnail and they know exactly what that is, that game or whatever, where they might not read the text below it. I don't know, some people just don't, do they? And it's supposed to work. I don't know if it does or not, but I think it's supposed. The idea is it makes it more inviting, it makes it more clear and concise, and is meant to encourage people to go and look. We will see if that works. New intro and outro. I know that there are those people who see intros and outros as a waste of time. I know this, I've had words with such people. And there is some truth in that. To a regular viewer of my channel, an intro or an outro is a waste of their time. If they know the score, if they're already subscribed, they know what I'm doing, they don't need to see any of that. They just want to get straight to the gameplay or whatever. But that's not what intros and outros are for. That's not what mine are for. They do serve a purpose, and I think those who've seen the new intro will get it. I, over the years, have had a lot of comments from people who aren't familiar with me or what I do, and they say, that was a shit review, or God, you play like crap. And I got sick of it. I got really bloody annoyed with it, and which is why for a very long time I've had that in my intro. It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, blah 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 blah, to explain what it was. But some people don't listen, And there's the thing, different people take in information, learn, shall we say, in different ways. Some are visual, some are auditory, whatever. So there will have been those people who just weren't listening to the intro. But it's there now in the intro written as well. And the people who maybe weren't listening may have been watching. And it's just another way. It's like hammering home the message, shall we say. There's no excuses for them now. For them to have not noticed, they must have been out of the room while it was playing. You know, it's not a review. Yeah, I play badly. I know. You don't need to tell me. That is the purpose of the intro. It is to let people know what to expect. It is me saying, this is what this is. You know, I know what I'm doing it this way on purpose. It's meant to be like this. That's the purpose of the intro. As I say, for people like yourselves who have been watching me for a long time or some time or whatever, or are familiar with me, you don't need to be told that. So, you know, I try to make it visually interesting as well, and you know, 20 seconds, bit of music, bit of footage. Those who know the score, there's something to look at. So it might not be entertaining, but I try not to make it too annoying, and that's the whole point of making it short. Anyway, the outro. The outro also serves a purpose, and is actually probably more useful for people who are familiar as well. It is an invitation to subscribe and to click thumbs up. Now, a lot of people won't actually understand or be aware of the value of clicking thumbs up. It is a very, very useful promotional tool. If you click thumbs up, very likely a lot of people that will show up in their activity, in their feed. Other people who are friends with them, subscribe to them, whatever, they will see that activity. Oh, this person liked this. I'll go and check it out. That can go into Facebook updates. It can go into Twitter feeds, all kinds of things. It works different for different people depending how they've got their channel set up, their personal settings, all kinds of things. But basically, thumbs up very often help to promote a video. It isn't just a useless thing that says to the video maker, we like your video, or in the case of thumbs down, we don't like your video. Thumbs down actually serves very little purpose. Unless I get a mass of thumbs down, I don't give it a thought. If I get a mass of them, I know I've done something that was maybe ill-judged. But the thumbs up matters as a promotional thing. So yeah, that's in the intro as an encouragement. Say, please do it if you liked the video. Encouraging people to subscribe. Lots of you are subscribed already. I know, you don't need encouraging to subscribe. You know, it may seem dumb that I'm even mentioning it because, you know, lots of you have already done it. You don't need telling. You know yourselves. If I see a channel that I like, I subscribe. I don't need to be told to. But some people actually don't think about that. It's I won't say studies have been done, but it's generally quite widely held. A lot of people don't understand how YouTube works. They don't know the ins and outs of it. They maybe Googled for a game and came to a video and thought, hey, that's cool. And if they've got a Google account, Google Plus, anything like that, they can subscribe without necessarily having a YouTube channel. I think it works some way, but whatever. They don't think about subscribing, and it's something that YouTube, in like instructions or help things to tell you how to build up your audience, it says one of the most useful things you can do is what they call call to action. Ask people to do something. Ask them to subscribe. They might not have thought about doing it, but if you ask them, maybe they will. And up until now, I've had that text thingy at the end. In my outro, there's been a bit of music, there's been the picture with the kitten and the moose, and some writing. I can safely tell you, after that, which was intended as an experiment, it made no difference whatsoever. I was asking people to thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe. No, that didn't work. That did not work at all. Written outro, meh. People hear the music, they close the window, that's it, done. So this is a new experiment to see if it makes a difference. Bit of video, hold the attention, me speaking, saying please do these things if you haven't thought about it already, and at the end of it all an acknowledgement that yeah, I know a lot of you don't need telling or asking because you've done it already, so thank you. And that is what that is. It is an acknowledgement. You know, I really appreciate that lots of you do this and have done it already, and I really appreciate it. That is what that is, and that is what I'm doing, and I hope it has an effect. I mean, things in terms of views are getting better, and I think that is down to YouTube finally getting their act together in the way they make their site work. And then people have got used to it as well, the new layout. I hope they don't mess it up again, because it's been a long time coming for them to have something that worked properly. So there's that, and yeah. I suppose the thing is, if views or subscriptions or whatever go up, I won't know which part of the changes I've made will have caused it. But it seems to make sense to me to try them all. Because, yeah, I'd like more subscribers, I'd like more views. Why not? I spend time doing this, quite a bit of time, and so it would be daft not to want more, really. Yes. And there will be those who are saying, you're just doing it for the money. Well, I'd be a liar if I said money wasn't a factor. I could really use it. So if there's a way of getting more without actually compromising my content, you know, why not? All right, I have got a shout out now. Can you tell how warm it is in here? Let me swing the camera around. Okay then, here we go. This is, well, his name is Dave Price, as you can see. He goes by the YouTube name of infectedflinch. What can I tell you about him? He does gameplay videos with commentary, which, as you will know, I like. And he's got some here talking to the camera, and I have no idea what's happening there. But this is all about his style and how he does it. Relaxed is how I would describe him. Is he an expert player? No, I would say not. Does he, you know, he kind of does what I do. I'm trying to construct the sentence in my head there and it sounded wrong. He does what I does. Yeah, you know, he plays the game, he talks about it while he's playing, and it's very relaxed, laid back, unpretentious, unhyped up, just he does it the way I like seeing this done. He does it well, he does it in a chilled, kind of laid back, kind of just don't give a crap, let's do this and say what's on his mind kind of thing. There's an off the cuff sort of element to it, and I like it. I like how he does it. It is very human. Yeah, that is how I would describe his style. He is very human. You know, you're sitting and watching and listening to a normal, typical guy who's playing a game that he may or may not like and is speaking his mind in a way that certainly a person like me relates to. And I think that is what it's all about. I like to watch channels that I can relate to, and I can relate to this, so I enjoy it. And yeah, kind of says it all really. Varied systems, varied games. I mean, look, Rise of the Robots. Well, needless to say, I was highly entertained and amused by that one. And the very next one is Llamatron, which, yeah, classic. Sensible Soccer, James Bond, Robocod, Chaos Engine. It's Amiga stuff. Other PlayStation stuff. It's good. Highly recommended. Do go check him out. And subscribe if you like what he's doing. Okay, let's turn this camera around again. Love it when I can't string a sentence together. My eloquence knows no something something. Trying to edit myself back in after going blah blah blah, making no sense. Alright, what is coming up? More of the same. I haven't got a bloody clue. I did some of what I said I would do, and I didn't do some of what I said I would do. because I'm still very engrossed with the CD32. I think you can expect more CD32. Also, I'm going to throw in some standard Amiga stuff, and when I say that, I mean mostly actually being played on the CD32, but they won't be CD32 games, they will be Amiga games. Frequently there's no difference whatsoever. These will be games that weren't released as CD32 games. I'm just playing them on it. Does that make sense? Whatever. Other than that, I ain't got a clue. I should add, I mean, output here may become erratic over the next few weeks because it is the school summer holidays. Andrea is off work. For those of you who don't know, my wife is a teacher. So when school's out and she's here. And quite often when that happens, I make fewer videos because I'm busy living in domestic bliss, doing stuff, going places. Certainly we're going to be going on holiday fairly soon. Couple of weeks, few weeks, something, can't remember exactly. Anyway, other than that, I don't know. There will no doubt be a lot of sitting and sweating in a small room. It's bloody boiling. Alright, I'm going to shut up now. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.